Hello there everybody, Gmod here, and welcome to the revitalization of Fire Emblem, the Binding Blade. For those who do not know, I actually started doing a Let's Play on this game a little bit ago, and unfortunately due to data loss, I had to cancel it temporarily. However, we are back in action, baby. We are going to take another attempt at doing this project, and I am looking forward to it, because I really do enjoy this game. Now, before I get into this, I want to state two things for those people who did not see my first LP. First attempt at the LP. Okay, so, number one, the first thing I want to mention is that this game, as you can see here, has a lot of Japanese text over it. Why? Because this game is a Japanese exclusive game. Meaning it can only be bought and found in the Japan region, and in Japan, or, I guess, yeah, Japanese text. Duh. Wow, I can't talk. Great opening, huh? Anyways, though, so, for us to be able to play this game, many people over a long period of time, like 5 years worth of time, had to go over this game and try and translate every little bit of text. And for the most part, they did a really damn good job of it. And I am very grateful to them for going through all this effort, just so that we can experience this great game that is Fire Emblem, the Binding Blade. Also, the game is officially called the Binding Blade, not the Sword of Seals, just to clarify. The title screen is a little bit weird because, again, it's translations from Japan, but I think you get the idea. The other thing I'm going to mention is, even though I am not going to go full out with tutorials or whatnot, I am going to talk a little bit about tutorials. However, since it's a direct sequel to a game I've already LP'd, I'm going to assume that everybody already knows what Fire Emblem really is at its heart. So, tutorials are going to be very minimal during this project. And like I said, this game is a direct sequel to Fire Emblem 7, which I do have a Let's Play on my channel, so if you haven't seen Fire Emblem 7, I suggest you either look it up or go watch my Let's Play. I'll leave it in the description for those people curious. Anyways, with that mouthful out of the way, let us get started. Fire Emblem, the Binding Blade. And normally, I think I'd read this open. Actually, you know what? Forget it. Let's get this started. Chapter 1, Dawn of Destiny. Reading text. Men and dragons once lived in harmony on this land. However, that harmony was broken when the men suddenly started to invade in a great war known as the Scouring. Both sides fought over control of the continent. The laws of nature were twisted from the vast amounts of power that were released. The dragons were defeated and disappeared from the face of the continent. Mankind then began to spread its forces throughout to populate the land. And now, 1,000 years later... 1,000 years later, we got an awesome map! The people of the continent Elibai have been spreading technology, or LB as I used to say. I think I'll call it LB still since it's forced to habit, but I'm going to warn anybody who wants to watch this project. My pronunciations are either off, different, or terrible, so be warned. Have been spreading technology and civilization for some time now, after the dragons have been defeated in the Scouring. In the west resides the kingdom of Eternia, or Etrunia as I heard some people call it, and I'm going to call it Eternia, which is the highest level of civilization in LV. The Kingdom of Bern, with a powerful military and a practical and pragmatic attitude about life, is located in the east. These are the two strongest nations in Elevie, and the lesser nations are located between them. First up, we got the League of Lycia, which is under joint relationship with various marquises. So multiple people rule it, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. That's what they're trying to say there, for those who don't know. The people of the Knights Union of Ilia are hard at work cultivating the snowy wastelands in the north. And here's a name that everybody has different pronunciations for. I'm going to call it Sake, because I used to call it Sakura, which actually made no sense at all, but I'm going to call it Sake. Hopefully, I'm right. In Sake live various clans which ride through the plains on horseback. Although there were occasional clashes between nation-states, there was a general sense of balance and power and peace in Elibai. Yeah, I'm going to call it Elibai, I think it sounds better. However, that balance was suddenly disturbed. King Zephiel, ruler of the Kingdom of Bern, has sent his forces out to conquer the rest of Elibai. Bern's forces invaded Sake and Ilia and mercilessly massacred all those who stood against them. And now, Bern has shown signs of invading the Lycians alliance. A youth named Roy was in Lycia's largest territory, Ostia. He was sent as a transfer student to train to become the next Marquis of Fairy. However, Eliwood. It's Eliwood! Yay! Except he's ill, so, not yay. Who has fallen ill has sent for Roy to return home. Just around that time, Lelina, the daughter of Hector, yeah, Hector, had traveled to Lycia to pay her respects to Eliwood. After getting the message, Roy hurried back home, taking with him his royal knights, and Bors, a knight from Ostia, responsible for Lelina's safety. The story begins when Roy had reached an area on the outskirts of Ferry. Well, where we got our big opening, that basically catches you up to everything. Pretty dang quickly, doesn't it? Anyways though, here we go. Chapter 1, Dawn of Destiny. With a name like that, it has to be good. Oh yeah, this guy, okay, I got the perfect voice for him. Hey boss! The residents of the castle have hidden themselves inside. Even Eliwood, the greatest knight in Lycia, can't be an illness, huh? Hehehe. You were right when you said there won't be many soldiers around here because they're getting ready to take on Byrne. Ah, text limitations, you ruined my speech. Of course, who do you think I am? But you never know when reinforcements are gonna come. Alright. Kill off the guys in the castle, we've still got time. Then the treasure is all ours. Uh-oh, what's this guy up to? Castles ain't the only places with treasure. Let's go ransack the villages and get some loot. No, village! Rip, village. You'll probably be forgotten, but we'll pretend you'll be remembered. Master Eliwood, the bandits from Bull Mountain are attacking us. I see. Blast. If I were in this state, I'd teach them a lesson. Mr. Eliwood? Lena, you must hide somewhere. This castle is going to become a battlefield. No, sir, I will fight too. Don't be ridiculous. If something happens to you, I want to know what to say to Hector. Hey, I predicted it. To my father, but... It's going to be alright. Roy should be almost here by now. So if we can hold our own until then, we can drive off these bandits. Relenius, I want you to send a messenger to Roy informing him of this attack immediately. Yes, sir. Everyone is back. We got Eliwood, we got Merlinius, everybody's here. I love it. And as we can see, our group is here too. Oh, it's Lance. What's the matter? Why are you in such a hurry? Master Roy, bandits have appeared and are attacking the castle as we speak. What? Is Lord Eliwood safe? He's inside defending against the bandit attacks. But I don't know how long he can last with his illness. Excuse me, Lance, is it? Is Lady Lelina safe? Are you from Ostia? Lady Lelina is inside the castle. She should be alright as long as Lord Eliwood is with her. But he can't last forever. Don't say that in front of his son. Jeez, you guys suck. Anyways. No. I shouldn't have let Lena go to the castle before me. Lord Roy, regret won't solve anything. We must recapture the castle. Wolf is right. We must hurry. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's go. We're going to save those trapped in the castle. Sorry about that random cut, folks. I just had to go check something quickly to make sure that the audio was recorded, because for a second I actually thought my mic was turned off, but no, we are fine. Anyways, though, back to what I was saying. Here we have 6 characters joining us for our first chapter. We have Roy, the young lion of Fairy. We have Bors, the Ostian knight that came here for Lelina. We have Lance, one of Roy's loyal knights. We have Alan, another one of the loyal knights. Wolt, Roy's basically best friend at the moment. For the time. Like, he's basically, out of all the people here, Wolt is definitely Roy's best friend. And then we have Roy's retainer, Marcus. And oh boy, is he one of my favorites. The fact that he's back from Fire Emblem 7 just makes me so happy. He's one of... Even though I didn't give him super, like, a crazy amount of love in Fire Emblem 7, like, I treat him like an average character, I really like Marcus. He's one of my more favorite characters. But yeah. Anyways, for those who are new to my channel, I tend to do bios for the characters. That way people can actually get to learn on a more deeper level. So, even though I'm sorry for dividing up gameplay even longer than it already has been, I would like to get into that now and get these bios over with. So, with that being said, cue our first 6 bios of the project. And yeah, I'm sorry that there's 6 right off the bat, but yeah, we got 6 characters to do. Alright, cue the bios. Roy is the solo lord of Fire Emblem 6, meaning that you're going to have to use him during the entirety of the game. So, getting to know your main character is pretty vital. Now, Roy has an 80% HP growth and already has a 18 HP when he comes, meaning that his HP is actually not that bad. However, overall, Roy is kind of a shaky unit when he joins. However, with proper time and good experience given to him, he can eventually evolve into being a pretty high-performing character. The thing that extremely limits him, however, is the fact that he is stuck being a level 20 lord very late into the game when max level. He cannot promote for a very, very long time into the game. which will very much limit his potential overall in the game, basically forcing you to have a weak unit for quite some time, especially when he hits at level 20. There is literally no reason to use him in combat anymore, guys. He cannot gain anything from doing combat anymore. Now, it should be noted though that Roy comes with the Rapier, which is actually a pretty awesome sword. It gives him a little bit of a higher crit chance than your average weapon, and lets him deal with Knights and Cavalier units who take massive damage from the Rapier. So, Roy can do some pretty heavy damage. All around, I like Roy, but I would say he's probably the weakest of the Lords in the series. However, don't be dismayed. All because you're the weakest of the Lord does not make you the weakest of the game. Wolt is the first archer unit joining you in Fire Emblem 6, and as of such, he can be pretty useful. However, when it comes to Wolt in particular, his base stats are pretty low. Like, there's nothing really that stands out of his base stats for being all that spectacular, and having 7 Constitution can make it quite annoying to use him sometimes, because rescuing him also becomes an issue sometimes for some characters. Now, if we look at Wolt over time, however, Wolt has actually some pretty strong growths, having 80 HP, and having some great skill of 50%, so his accuracy becomes pretty good, and he actually has surprisingly a decent durability for being an archer unit. However, his damage output and his defense resistance are still pretty bad. So all around, I would not say Wolt is a good character, but due to his high growths, he can potentially come out to be a pretty strong unit overall. So if you're interested in using him, not all is lost. Just know that at first, he's kinda weak. Alan, being a Cavalier unit, is all around a pretty solid choice of a character. You can't really go wrong with Cavaliers. They got good movement, they got decent strength, they got good accuracy, they got versatility in lances and swords, they got enough bulk to survive, and they got a nice promote which lets you use all the free main weapons, so yeah, all around you can't really go off Cavaliers and Paladins, but if we're talking about Alan in particular, compared to his partner Lance, because I'm going to compare the two of them because they're very similar, Alan gives up a bit of speed for higher constitution and a bit bulkier stats. So, that's really all there is to it. I can't really describe Alan more than that. He's just a really nice, solid unit. I will say, however, that if you're going to pick with any of the... Okay, actually, let me rephrase this. If I were to say which one I'd recommend, Alan has really high constitution, so he can use heavier weapons without as much speed penalties, but the problem with him is that his speed already is okay. It's not anything great, unlike Lance, where his speed's actually really good. So to put it simply, Alan's more reserved and defensive, Lance is more offensive. That's really all there is to say about the two of them. I don't have much to say about Alan, he's just a nice solid pick. Like I just said with Alan, Lance is just an all-around awesome solid character pick. He's got lots of versatility with multiple weapons, good balanced stats, and good combat potential. Not to mention he comes with the Javelin, and that's a really useful tool because being able to attack from a range or close up is incredibly powerful if used in the right manner. Now compared to Alan, Lance is a bit less defense and, a bit less defense-oriented, having less constitution and having less defensive stats. However, instead giving that up for more speed and a little bit more attack power. So, all around, Lance is the stronger version of Alan, but more frail. But not that much frail. He's still pretty bulky, all things considering. Bors is our first Armor Knight joining us in Fire Emblem 6, and Bors does what a Knight should do. Has a crap ton of defense with a massive starting off stat of 11 defense and also having a defense growth of 35%. Basically means that throughout the entirety of the game, Bors is always and should always have the defense to take almost any hit on face first and be fine. That is a physical hit. On the other side of a resistance requiring move such as magic, Bors is going to lose a lot of what he has going for him. Why? He starts off with 0 resistance and only has a 10% chance each time he levels up to get 1 point of resistance. This means that anything magical is going to utterly destroy him, but that's just Knights in general. Another issue with Bors is that he is kind of on the slow side when on the movement side, only having 4 spaces to move every turn, so getting him around the large mass of Fire Emblem 6 can be quite challenging. However, it is worth noting that of all the Knights in Fire Emblem 6, he actually has the highest speed growth of all of them, so in combat, he is the least likely to get doubled all the time, so that is something worth noting. Bors also has some pretty good strength and some great HP, having 20 to start off with and a 90% growth in HP, so he's almost always going to be getting his HP increase every level up. And his strength is also pretty good. The only problem is, though, is that his accuracy is also not the best, only having a 4 skill in his base stat and only having a 30% growth in skill, meaning that his accuracy can also be kind of troublesome at times. It's finally worth noting that Bors all around can have a very hard time in this game of Fire Emblem 6 because about 3/4 of the enemies, in my opinion, are axe fighters in this game. So, being only a lance fighter, or locked to lances, I would say, can be kind of troublesome. All around, Boris can do you really well, just you're gonna have to be careful in some scenarios, where he's actually not gonna be able to wall everything. But, for the most part, against everything physical, as long as the opponent doesn't use an armor-slaying weapon, Boris should be able to take the physical hit just fine and retaliate even harder, especially against sword fighters. He's like the ultimate sword counter. Marcus is what we call the Jagan art type, basically being overpowered and basically invincible at the start of the game. However, over time, due to his low stat growths, he's going to drop off as a unit and eventually even himself out with the rest of the cast, if not be worse than most of the cast that you're using on your team. Because simply not having good growth rates means you're stuck the same way almost all the time, and that's not good. However, from the beginning of the game, Marcus will basically be able to take on anything that he gets pointed towards, which is very helpful in scenarios where you either need to chip somebody out so they know you can take it out for the boss experience points or something of the sort, or just have flat out Marcus kill something that you are really scared of at the moment. He's also very good at rescuing people with his amazing constitution and 8 movement and his horse riding abilities. So yeah. I do not recommend using him in the whole long run of the game, but for the beginning of the game, like up until, like, in my opinion, like chapter 10, or maybe even like chapter 7, yeah, he drops up pretty quick if you couldn't tell. Marcus is pretty dang good. Basically invincible, as long as you're not actually stupid with him, but I don't think you will be. Alrighty, now that bio is being taken care of. My strategy I tend to do here, actually before I do that, let me just fix the settings. Let me just make everything faster, because if you know me, you know I'm impatient as heck. Like, if you ever met me, I'm the most impatient person you're probably ever going to meet. Now, what I like to do for this chapter is I like to go over here with Marcus and trade Roy the Iron Sword, because I do not like Marcus doing any combat, because he does not need the experience points at all. My opinion on Marcus is that you should not be using him unless you absolutely have to, at the beginning of the game, on normal mode. Marcus's utility is completely different if you're playing on hard mode. If you're playing on hard mode, go nuts with Marcus because he is extremely helpful in hard mode. Anyways, though, back to what we're doing. Alan does some really nice damage to these guys. He's pretty strong. And Lance can come in and finish off with the Iron Sword. There we go. Good stuff. Alrighty, and also, we have Boars over here, and normally I kind of like Boars. Like, I like having a knight unit, but honestly, in Fire Emblem 6, for reasons you'll probably be seeing later and soon, I don't really care for using a knight on my team, so I'm also going to be avoiding using Boars as a character too. Ah, damn it, reinforcements already, but it gets the castle so easy. We'll see about that, Mr. Bad Guy Brigand. Or fighter, because you're a fighter, not a brigand. Well, there goes my joke. And Roy is unfortunately a little bit too slow to double, if anything. I just rely on him using the Iron Sword, since the Rapier is a kind of a rare weapon. Anyways, though. Go Lance! Aha! I think Lance is the only character here that can actually double people. Of course, except for Marcus, because Marcus can double everything at the moment. Now, as you're going to see here, there's a village over here that we want to visit, and trust me, you really want to visit it. Because this brigand over here, he's actually coming over to try and destroy the village. And brigands are the, brigands, or whatever you want to call them. It's probably brigand because, oh, is it brigand? I don't know. Point is, this guy here, he has the ability to destroy villages by going near them, as you just saw over here. So we need to protect that village. So I'm gonna have, you know what, Boris can probably do that just fine, actually. Anyways, Roy, I'm gonna have you take on this guy again. Can we get a dodge? We can. Good stuff. Now, like I said, this chapter... Actually, I haven't said it, have I? This chapter is filled to the brim with axe fighters, meaning that your sword fighter is going to be very useful. And luckily, everybody but 2 of your characters can use swords. But even then, Wilt can still have very good utility, even without the sword, thanks to the fact he's an archer. And Boris, he has so much bulk, having a massive 11 defense when he comes, to the point where the axe fighters won't even hurt him. Okay, well, they'll hurt him for like 3 damage, but that's it. He is really strong in that regard. I could throw a javelin, but there's not really a point, so... You know what? I think I'm just gonna have... Yeah, I'm just gonna have Alan go after this guy. Why the heck not? There we go. Can we get a dodge? We can! Good stuff. Have we even been hit yet? Oh no, Lance has been hit. I was about to say, have we even been attacked yet? But no, Lance has been hit already. Unfortunately, we don't have a perfect record so far, but hey. Fire Emblem, you can't really have a perfect record for that long. There's just too many attackers. Yeah, I see Lance is getting pretty good in the experience, actually. Okay, and Marcus, like before, I'm just gonna be sit here. I don't want Marcus doing anything this chapter. And you chose to fight Roy of all people. Interesting. Thanks for the free kill, I guess. Roy gets some nice XP from that. I believe every enemy here gives 30. Because everyone's level 1, so I believe everybody here gives 30. Unless it's Marcus, then they give him 1 XP. They got archers for themselves as well. Okay, Boris, can you visit the village this turn? No, we'll get it next turn, so I'm not worried. Okay, let me see here. Roy, you can... There you go, you can double the archers. Archers tend to be really slow, or at least the enemy archers tend to be really slow, so you can expect to double the most the time you attack them. Actually, let me see, I'm curious. What's your speed? Your speed is 3, and then you have an iron bow, which weighs 5. Okay, never mind, the constitution doesn't matter. Okay. So you're just kind of slow, that's all. Then give Wolt the kill, because despite a lot of people not really caring for Wolt, I actually kind of like Wolt quite a bit. It's weird, too, because I do think there are better archers than him in the future of the game, but I don't know, I just like Wolt. It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna move you here, and I'll move Lance here, so if they decide to come and attack us, then whatever. Also, those houses that you see around the area besides the village, you can visit them if you like, but they really just give you tutorials and tips and tricks, really. I don't think anything they'll tell you is something that I won't tell you over time, so do not worry about them. But if you want to visit them, feel free to. Obviously. Okay. Now, I'm gonna use Wolt here, get some chip damage, because even if you don't kill the opponent, you actually get experience points just for hitting them, as you're gonna see here. See? It's pretty useful. It basically lets it tell you that you can have multiple units get experience off one character, and that makes it very easy to level up all your characters. So I like Fire Emblem for that. They're very generous with the experience points. It's not like you have to rely on one character to get your experience going. I like it. It's nice. And our first level up is a bad one. Let's hope that picks itself up soon. Yeah. Anyways, village time! Hey! Aren't you nuts going to the castle? This may not be much, but this is something we would really like to offer you. Please use it well. And they give you 5,000 gold. Okay, just saying, what type of village has 5,000 gold to throw around? Holy crap. But yeah, you want to visit villages. As you can see, they give you a lot of good rewards for visiting them, and you definitely want to. Seriously, 5,000 gold, even though right now the gold isn't going to be useful, it will be very useful later on. Trust me. Alright, here we go. Oh, whenever I take a hit. Oh yeah, the archer, right. I was like, wait a minute, why does Roy have chip damage on him? Whatever, though. And he's not gonna move, so we have all the time in the world to take on this guy, which is good. So I think I'm gonna have, should I give Wolt the kill? I'm gonna give Alan the kill, actually. I think Alan deserves it. Here you go, Alan. Hiya! I love Calaveras, they're so useful. Anyways, though. Okay, so now I think we're in the range of this guy, right? No? Okay, then. Okay, let me... Wait, what's your range? Your range is there. So if I put Roy here, like so, I'll have Wolt go here to try and follow after. I'll have Lance go here. Boris has already done his job, so Boris, I guess you can just follow the group, I guess. I don't have anything else for you to do. And Marcus, as usual, just sit here, I guess. There we go. Come at Roy! Ow. He's actually hitting me. What do you know? Maybe I should use a vulnerary. Not this turn, next turn, but yeah. I'll have Wolt follow with the arrow. Get some nice chip damage going. And then follow up with Roy for the kill. Awesome. And that should be a level up on Roy. Yep, awesome. Okay, what are we getting? I'm saying awesome too much. HP, luck, interesting level. I mean, HP and defense, it makes Roy take more of a beating, but I was not expecting that of all level ups. Okay then, Alan, I'll have you go here. Lance, you can go here. And next turn, we're going to heal up Roy. He could go for it. So as you can see, we basically made a clean cut for this. All we have left after this guy is like 2 axe users and an archer, so we're almost there. In fact, I think next turn I'm going to stop and just take a turn for everybody to heal up, because everyone's taking some good damage here. Wolt, yeah, I'm going to have you finish him off. Oh, wow! A critical hit! Good stuff, Wolt. Jeez. I like this. Critical hit in the first chapter. I like it. Let's see. Wolt gets HP and skill. Okay. We're getting some really weird level ups. Anyways, let me go ahead and heal up our characters, because everyone comes with a vulnerary. Yeah! For those who forget, vulneraries heal 10 HP upon use, and they're not single use. They have a total of 3 usages, so you can go a little nuts with them. For now, at least. I think Alan's at full, yeah, Alan's at full HP. He doesn't have to care. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna move Alan forward like so. Boards, you can just stay here. And you know what? I'm actually gonna use, Marcus's, rescue ability to get Wolt up there faster. Alright, come at Alan! I think Alan's the only character so far that I actually have been, like, trying to use and hasn't gotten a level up yet. So let's try and fix that. Okay, let me just take Wolt and drop him off here. I'll have Marcus back off, and then Alan can go over here, and there we go. Alright, this is going good. This is going good. I don't really have any complaints. Also, my commentary is kind of dying. I'm realizing that. I should probably try and pick it up. Anyways, here we go. You know what? I'm gonna have Roy fight the boss most likely, so I think I'm just gonna leave Roy here. And Boris, try and keep up, will ya? He's not only slow in battle, but he's also slow in the map. And we should dodge this. Archers are known for their good evasion, so I'm not too worried about getting hit here. Especially since I'm in the woods. Okay. Alan, let me see. Oh, I have to move back, right, Doy. I'm an archer. Okay, let's do 8 damage to him, and then Alan barely gonna miss the kill. Aw. Really? Boo! Maybe if I... yeah, I'd rather keep the swords out because we still have one more axe rider coming, and if I equip the lance, that could actually get me hurt. And yes, people, actually, before I get into this, we got a level up. Let's see. HP, strength, skill, speed. Oh! That's a really good level up. Ah, good stuff, Alan. Jeez. Wow, great. That was a really good level up. I'd take that over all the other levels we have so far. That was a really good one to make up for it. And now I guess you can finish him off. And yes, people. Actually, does it count? Because his name's Lance, which you'd hope they give him a lance to go along with his name, but they give him a javelin, which is a type of lance. And oh yes, we get the good victory music. Da, 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 da. This song is called Roy's Hope. It's a really awesome one. Actually, no. What was this one called? Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I feel like a dummy. I can't remember the name of it. I just call it Roy's Hope because that's what the Brawl version called it. Anyways, though. Here we go. Can we double him now? Probably not. I don't think we got a speed increase. We did not. Okay. Wow, Rose dodging everything. Good stuff. Okay. Okay, let's see here. You're an Allen range, as I call it. Basically, oh, right, I forgot he got 1 strength. And another crit. Oh, baby. Woohoo! Good stuff, man. Jeez, all the crits. Okay, you know, just use the iron sword, whatever. There's 1. I was gonna say, if we get another 2% crit, I'm gonna freak out. We've hit 2% crits so far. 2 for 2, as they would say. And Lance, just finish him off with the sword. There we go. Okay, all that's left now is the boss, and his name is Dumbass. Not dumb A-word, dumbass. Like dumbass, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like how his name is so similar to it. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but like it's so similar to the name. Anyways, let's see here. As you can see, he's got a steel axe, which if it does hit, it can hit pretty hard. Luckily though, his accuracy is a little bit worse than good, to say the least. So let's get into battle here. Ugh, you damn idiots! Can't you guys take on these dastards? You're not Crom, no dastard talking. And we double him, so this is going to be a nice, easy battle. It's also worth noting here that if you look at his inventory here, he only has a steel axe, meaning that he has no way to retaliate at a range, meaning that if you want to, you can literally have Volt sit here and just keep shooting arrows at him. Which I think I will do that, because it is considerable experience to get over time. So I will definitely do that. Anyways, so let's keep it going. Get another dodge, please. Thank you. There's one. Now, if I wanted to finish them like more reliably and quickly, I could just pull out the rapier, but I'm actually liking this because I'm getting more XP this way. So it's just better to not finish off a boss in one hit if you can afford it. Like if you can still finish off a boss safely, but not in one hit, it's preferred because you get more weapon experience and just experience in general. And this should be it, unless he gets a really lucky dodge. Yeah, I would have thought. What the? Strong. Ugh. What do you guys think? I've been working on my deaf impressions. Anyways, Roy gets level 3. Let's see. HP and speed. You know what? I'll take the speed. It means he can actually double some characters now. So I'll definitely take that. Now, Vince, a mechanic I've been kind of negating to acknowledge in Fire Emblem 7 is something called support conversations, which I'm pretty sure everyone who plays Fire Emblem is familiar with. However, in Fire Emblem GBA and Fire Emblem 3DS, they do supports differently. In Fire Emblem GBA, how supports are built instead of pairing up, because there is no pairing up. Instead, it is built by having two compatible units stand next to each other and end the turn next to each other. And by doing this, you make it so that you can get support points. And when you hit a certain amount of support points with a pairing, you unlock a support conversation. You can get C, B, and A. There is no S ranks in this game because this is before Waifu Emblem happened. As you can see, Roy and Wolt have one, and Alan and Lance have one. So let's go check them out. Wolt! Master Roy, something wrong? Just call me Roy. We're different brothers, you know? I appreciate your kindness, but rules are rules. Do you think so? You suddenly become a faraway person. What are you saying? I'm right here in front of you. Ah, Wolt. That's not what I mean. I know. But I must not slack off in areas like this. Well then, let's go. We have a long ways yet, Master Roy. So as you can see, they're pretty charming and nice. I like them. So I think, I won't do it like every chapter, obviously, but like, I think every now and then I will do some support grinding, mainly because they're nice and charming to watch, and they're also going to help you out in the long run, because supports actually do give you stat benefits when the character you supported with is near you. So it is worth your time doing if you have patience. What? I'll face your sword today. Neither good nor bad, Alan. Cool and calm as always, I see. The other day I lagged behind you, but not in this battle. Watch and learn from my skill, Lance. Of course I'll watch you fight. Still, I have no intention of losing to you from now on either. Well, what confidence. I look forward to seeing you after the battle. Well then, I'll be off. You better come quickly too. We got some knightly rivalry. I like it. I can get behind it. Anyways, though, with that being said, it's time to conquer our own castle. Father, Lena. Roy, is that you? Roy! Father, Lena. Whew. Thank goodness you're alright. Roy, thanks for coming this far. Of course, Father. How's your health? I'm fine. I'm still alive, see? But Roy, you do know why I called you back here. I had to take over your role of leading Fairy's military and join the Lycian's Alliance army. Well, damn, he knows his stuff. Yes. As you know, Berna started to conquer Lycia. We must follow the ancient rule and send a military to protect the land of Lycia. Yes. I really don't want to send you out because you're still studying, but I'm not well. I'd only be a hindrance to everybody else. Poor Eliwood, man. Like, if you know the story of him in Fire Emblem 7, and then he's stuck being like an older ill man, you feel bad for him. Like, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for him. I won't lie. Mr. Eliwood, I will accompany Roy. My father's in charge of Lycia's main army, and I can use my magic to be of some help to Roy. No, Lilina, you must return to Ostia. Why? In Petra's absence, there's no one currently sitting on the throne of Ostia. The people must be feeling uptight as well. You, being the daughter of the Marquis, must take the throne until Hector returns and ease the tension of the people. Am I wrong? No, sir. Roy, first you must go back to, go to the Burned Border, because yes, we already been there. Time travel. Go to the Burned Border and meet up with the mercenary group that I've arranged a contract with. I'll send Relenus along with you. He'll be very helpful with his knowledge. Thank you for everything, Father. You'll be fine. You can do it. Go and fight and show them who you are. The next Marquis of Fairy. Yes! Roy likes saying yes a lot. He's Captain Falcon. Boys, I have something to ask of you. I know, my lady. I'll accompany Roy in his travels and swear to protect him with my life. Thank you, Boris. Roy, be careful. I know. You too, Lilina. Well, with that, we got our opening to Fire Emblem The Binding Blade. Next time on exactly the title I just said, we are going to go to this Burned Border and meet up with this mercenary group that Eliwood has signed a contract with. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys then.